Hey guys, Omni here. We are back for episode 2 of season 2 of Stranger Things, and the first episode of the season was jam-packed with content, keeping us caught up to date with everybody here in Hawkins. With nice little mysteries afoot here with these little happenings around town of this little creature that we kind of hear whispers of as it's possibly terrorized a pumpkin patch and now Dustin's trash can. As well as Will having visions like we saw kind of at the end of season 1, but even more intense and growing there within, of this storm cloud containing a massive creature that he says is coming for everybody around him. Not him, but everybody around him. And only he's seeing it right now. But his visions apparently are now coupled with activity at the Hawkins breach, as they've kind of set up a whole new facility there to monitor that with new crew, new tech, new everything. We're seeing that despite the change of scenery and the change of staff, that pretty much everything behind the scenes is mostly still intact. So I'm wondering if we'll get to know any of those faces. Nancy struggles with knowing the truth about what happened to Barb while confronting her parents, who still have hope that she's out there. Lots of stuff going on as Will's kind of like even more of an outcast than he already was for being in the friend group that he was part of. Now he's around town. People think he's a freak, think he's a zombie kid. People are just being a little weird anytime Will's around, and it's just like, I get it, but at the same time, it's extremely cruel. But then again, no one really knows the truth about a situation. All they knew is they buried Will, and now he's back. So, because they can't really tell anything more than that. And I called it, or at least one of my predictions and hopes was right. Hopper has been hiding 11. And hell yeah. But guys, enough about the last episode. Let's get into episode 2. If you're part of the 75% of people that are watching the channel, you are not subscribed, please. I hope by the end of this video, you change your mind and hit that button and join the family. If you're interested in the full-length, unedited reaction to this episode, it's going to be on Patreon, or become a member on the channel, gets you access as well. Along with those, you get the same thing for all the other shows we cover and exclusive movie reactions that are over there as well. At the start of each month, you actually get to put forth your own suggestions and then vote on what we add to that list at the end of each month. We've got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage, trying to make it worth your while. But of course, I know not everybody can do that, and a simple way you can help us out is just by liking, commenting, subscribing, and helping us fight that dreaded YouTube algorithm as it comes looming out of the shadows of the Upside Down to destroy us all. Anyway, guys, let's jump into episode 2. Okay, good. Yes, this is what I wanted. This is what I was talking about in the end of last episode. She did kill it, but she transported herself here.
Mike.
Aww. The fact she's able to walk after straining herself like that is crazy. Oh, don't break my heart. The breach? Or a breach? It's at the school, so it's not the main breach.
They come looking for her.
They don't know where she is.
And she can't contact you without us knowing.
Okay, so the government cover story was the Russians. Okay. Damn it.
Oh, Jesus.
Ghost.
Hey, she could go out in costume.
You wanna go trick-or-treating? You know the rules.
Yes.
Yeah, so you know the answer.
No.
We don't take risks, all right? They're stupid. And?
We're not stupid.
Fucking love you, Hopper. But she has a point. She can't stay trapped forever. Might as well be another prisoner.
How about I get off early tonight and I buy us a bunch of candy and we can sit around and get fat and we watch a scary movie together.
Promise.
Yes.
I promise.
What are you doing?
Peeing?
This is exactly what they said to be careful about, and hell yeah. Looks good, zombie boy. Oh no. Oh no.
What's this?
3, 2.
I mean, it's only fair, I guess. Mike had 11 last season. Now all the other boys get somebody to ogle over.
I think he's right about trauma. And he's right, we're coming up on a year, you know? I think everybody's on edge. And we just gotta get through the next few weeks. Nothing's gonna go back to the way that it was. But it'll get better. In time.
Man, I really like these two. Every one of their interactions is so personal and full of like a deep love. Oh my god. Those things are the worst.
Nancy. What's going on? Are you okay?
Doing this.
Doing what?
Pretending like everything's okay.
What are you talking about?
Barbara. It's like everyone forgot. It's like nobody cares.
It's hard, but let's just go to Tina's stupid party and just pretend like we're stupid teenagers, okay? Can we just do that just for the night?
Hi, Max. I'm Dustin, and this is
Lucas. Yeah, I know.
the Stalkers. You're new here, so you probably don't have any friends to take you trick-or-treating. We're meeting at the Maple Street cul-de-sac at 7. At 7 on the dot!
Oh! I mean, you gotta eat. That was just brutal. Oh.
So you're telling me that Merrill poisoned your farm because he thinks that you poisoned his, which of course you didn't.
Okay, so now everybody's poisoned everybody's pumpkins. So all the pumpkin patches are getting wrecked.
One of us?
Oh, Merrill didn't just hit me last night. He hit damn near everyone. Pete Freeling, Rick Neary, the Christiansens. All of their crops. Dead.
Not just your pumpkins. Hopper on the case of the destroyed crops.
You know whose fault it is. Say it.
What the shit?
Max.
Say it!
What the fuck?
Really, everyone dressed up like...
Get out of the road, kids.
Now, you trying to tell me with a straight face, Cole did this?
Now, I want you guys to track the rot, see how far it goes.
Just mark anything that's dead.
And look, we don't know what caused this. Could be poison, so don't touch anything without gloves.
Be safe.
I hope it doesn't suck.
If I let you go on your own, you promise to stay in the neighborhood
Yeah, totally.
and be back at Mike's by 9.
This better not backfire.
Hey, well, don't let any of your
But
snazzy friends use
Jonathan's
this, right?
such a good brother, man.
I hope it doesn't suck.
Is he gonna go? Hell yeah.
Take it easy. Take it easy. Nance.
Just being stupid teenagers for the night. Wasn't that the deal?
Hmm.
Aren't you cute, little exterminators?
Not wrong.
If I get another Three Musketeers, I'm gonna kill myself.
Full of nougat, straight up.
Holy shit! You should have seen the look on your faces.
That was great.
We should hit up Loch Nora. That's where the rich people live, right?
Yeah, here's Mike.
You're dead.
Yeah, you got me, kid. Happy Halloween. Oh, shit.
Oh, his time. He's way past time. He's late for his little Halloween time with 11. Shit. She might not be there now, though. She may have peaced out.
Wait.
So did he set this up not knowing she was out here? That was a luck.
It's just for Halloween. You should have checked with me. Well, they were excited. I guess I thought you'd be okay with it. She's ruining the best night of the year.
Mm.
Watch it, zombie boy. Trick-or-treat freak.
What fucking assholes, man. Again, Stephen King's bullies are leeching their way in here. What do they see on the outside when this happens to him? Do they see him wandering around or does he disappear? Oh, fuck that. Dude. All right, guys, call the Suicide Squad.
Will, what's wrong? I couldn't find you. Are you hurt?
Keep trick-or-treating. I'm bored anyways.
Oh, shit. I hope Nancy doesn't drunkenly do something here. One, it's not fair to Jonathan. Two, definitely not fair to Steve if it happens.
Put it down.
No.
Nance, put it down.
Steve, stop.
Stop.
You're pretending like everything's okay.
You don't love me?
Bullshit.
She's drunk. She's drunk.
And there was this noise coming from everywhere. Is this all real? Or is it like the doctors say, all in your head? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm going crazy. Me too.
They got a pretty good haul. Oh. Jonathan got her home. Jonathan is a class act. Outside of the creepy photo taking. A good dude, man.
Hey, kid, open up, all right? Look, I know I'm late. I got candy here, all right? I got all the good stuff.
Oh, shut herself in her room with the TV.
All right. I'm just gonna be out here by myself eating all this candy. I'm gonna get fat.
She's getting better. She didn't have to fully clock out.
Mike. 11?
Holy. No, don't do that. You mother. Man, this was a fun, well, I'd say a fun episode. The whole Halloween aesthetic of it all was a lot of fun. Them dressing up as Ghostbusters, seeing the gang together, seeing them actually make a new friend, even though I know it's a whole shift in the group dynamic that just makes Mike feel extremely excluded and threatened by the whole situation. It's definitely just cutting deeper into the wound he's still carrying around. Things are spreading through, well, the neighborhood. There's something strange in the neighborhood. Who you gonna call? Fucking Hopper. That's who. He's on the tail as more crops are dying. More giggly, gurgly, gurgly gloops are going around. That's my interpretation of the sound that we keep hearing. It's killing everything. We have this giant tentacle monster that kind of reminds me of, like, the head kind of reminds me a little bit of Alien. Actually, there's something else that's coming to mind too that's reminding me of, but I can't place. Oh yeah, okay, never mind. It's the freaking dragon head from Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Shao Kahn's dragon head. Because it's got like a pointed tip to its a little like phallic imagery. But yeah, it's just roaming around, haunting Will. And his like they said, his episodes are getting worse, more intense. Nancy's struggling to act like everything's normal. Which makes me wonder how this whole year has been for her up to this point. I think the tipping point was realizing they know the truth while her parents are now looking for her, and that weighing on her conscience. And I just think she's lashing out at Steve. You know, she was drunk. We know there's that triangle thing floating around a little bit that you know, between her, Steve, and Jonathan. I don't know, man. Steve like legitimately cares about her. He loves her, and I think she does too. I just think she's like lashing out because he's trying his best to keep everything grounded, keep them safe, keep them on track, and she's understandably so struggling with immense guilt for what happened to Barb and carrying that around. And in that moment, I mean, he's the only target to lash out at. I do think that he took it a little too personally in that moment. But they're kids. They're kids. But the whole thing was great. I mean, Jonathan, hell, he actually started talking to somebody, came out to the party, though little uncertain about the decision to let Will go on his own, though I know as a big brother is the cool thing to do. It's probably the right thing to do for a normal situation. But like, I don't know. I like that it worked out in the end somewhat, because it split the group up in a way where we have our two broken characters who experience the most pain out of the events of the previous season, Will and Mike. With everything they had gone through, you know, Mike losing Elle, them all, and then Will being trapped in this other world. They can connect together and talk about their feelings in a way that the other two might not quite get. And I like how they kind of like dove into that a little bit. The imagery in the show continues to be great. You can tell, like, also in this, that they definitely bumped up the budget after that first season, because we're seeing a lot of the upside down. We're seeing a lot of special effects, and this time around, everything looks really good. Things looked great before, but it was always like very reserved. They're flaunting it now. They're like, "Hey, we got season 2 money." Joyce and Sean Bob are talking about. Well, he's talking about possibly getting the family out of Hawkins. I don't see that going very well. I don't think that's going to be the right way to go. I mean, it definitely could happen. That definitely happens to kids, friend groups at that age too. So it's not unheard of. You know, distancing himself, like the family, from all this trauma and pain might be a good idea to heal. But like I said, I don't know, breaking up like those bonds, it sucks. It sucks. And it would definitely, I definitely don't, with how sensitive Will is right now, I don't think that would be the right way to go. Because right now they're the only support group he's willing to talk to right now. So if you segmented him from that, hell, who knows? Maybe it'll be better, because Hawkins does seem to be ground zero for all this activity as it's leaking out into the world. Even more so right now, after everything that happened in season 1. Who knows? Maybe his visions would stop if he wasn't in Hawkins. I can't say. I don't know. Hopper, though, I like you could see, like, as he's again on the case, as he's investigating what's going on. He's barking up all the right trees, picking up all the right clues. Skeptical enough, but open-minded enough to kind of question everything as much as you need it, but be open to the information that he finds. He's like knowing now. He's like, oh, it's a little strange. That's weird. Nothing to think of it. More stuff happens. More of the same stuff happens. And it's escalating in a way that's definitely not normal. And he's like, okay. And then sees this, oh, now, okay, shit, something's happening. On top of that, just seeing how we got Elle's backstory post season 1 wrapped up in this episode as well. So it didn't seem like she was out there long enough for Hopper to have known she was out there, unless that hunter came back and said some girl attacked him or something, and that inspired him to put that food out there in that box in a safe container for her. Otherwise, it's very much like a weird, it would have just been like a weird, like, ritual to have picked that place and put it in the woods of all places for her. Because it kind of reminded me initially that it was like one of these things, like, you know, you put flowers on the side of the road for where somebody died in a car crash. Like, I see that. It kind of reminded me of something like that, except he was putting like food out for her. So I think that's what it is. She attacked that hunter. That hunter probably went to the sheriff, and he put that out there in the hopes that maybe she would go after it. So I think that's makes more sense now that I'm kind of like mulling it over more. But seeing her like avoid that search party hunt on her own, like, that was kind of visceral and kind of brutal what she did to that, how she killed that squirrel. But I mean, what else do you got to do when you're psychic, man? She could have, like, choke it out? I mean, she could have force choked the thing, but yeah, I guess she was a little more humane. It's just that whoop-bam thud onto the tree that was just like, violent. But yeah, gotta do what you gotta do. But seeing like how she's learning through television, like learning new words, learning phrases, how to talk, how to act, and stuff like that, while also Hopper's teaching her things here and there at the dinner table, giving her words of the day. Because it was like, you know, last season we had like her just kind of like having this life she always wanted when she was going through Nancy's stuff and her photos or whatever, and not really having a proper family, friends, or any of that. Now she at least has like a father figure. And this also feels a little bit of a void that Hopper has after the loss of his daughter. And you could see that he's really starting to feel that connection as well, because you could see it in his face and the way that his body language changes when he approaches the cabin, when he knows he's fucked up. And that moment when he realizes, oh shit, I'm late. Like it's that of a father. And he comes in, he tries to make it right, tries to make all the same promises, try to make it better. And like just the little like nuances in his expression when he's at the door, just like you could tell he's mentally beating himself up for being late. So you can see his protection of her, his care. It's just like the perfect matchup, man. Like, cause I know like Mike was like, you can live with us, you can stay with us, and she'd be like, we'd be like brothers and sister, and he was like, no. I was like, I don't know how the family, especially with the high profile they are in with this group now after everything that happened, that'd be a great way to go. It made the most sense for Hopper to keep her somewhere and take care of her, especially because he knows what they're up to, because he's the one that made the deal with them. So, assuming he plays this card smart, he can keep her safe, keep her protected, and he's got this cabin set aside. Which I don't know, is this the same cabin we saw him like banging that one chick at? Like we woke up and he was like outside smoking. Is that the same place? I don't know. It's definitely not his trailer. It's definitely another place. So I don't know. It's really cute. It's really cute to see that back and forth, and then her using the static of the TV and the radio frequencies of it, and then blindfolding herself to isolate as much of her senses as possible to give her as much clarity as she can get to try to reach out to Mike. So she's been trying. We don't know how much she's been trying, but that was her voice we heard at that one point. And then he felt her there. I don't know if he heard her, but he felt her in that presence. And then again, after that conversation with Will, he's like, I don't know if this is in my head or not. I don't know if I'm actually seeing her, if I'm losing it, as they're both kind of struggling to really know what's real and what's not, especially given what they experienced last season. It's even more, those lines are even more blurred, man. It's crazy. Then on top of that, we got fucking Montgomery in here running around being a fucking weirdo, creep, psychopath. Does he get a redemption story? Don't tell me. But like Steve, like I was relating to him from the get-go. Like he was a dick, but you understood where he was coming from. You know, there was more to that in there. This guy is just fucking, I don't know what the hell. And then I don't know what happened, unless maybe they're in this Hobunk town because like, did something she do, or is he blaming her for maybe what happened to their parents? Because I guess they're on their own. I can only assume that they're brother and sister. And he blames her for their situation, and he's just fucking like driving like a maniac, drinking like a psycho. And he's just brand new to this town. He's just like, I'm the new Chug King. And he just goes up and he's like, fuck you, Steve. I don't know what the fuck that was about. Dude's fucking nuts. Who knows? We'll see. See what happens. Maybe he'll be fucking smacked sober when a fucking tentacle monster rains from the sky in this fucking hillbilly town he's now part of. We'll see how it goes, but another great episode, guys. What do you think of the episode? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. If you want to join the Discord, links down on my socials down below. I really appreciate it if you follow me on each and every one of those. But if you want to see the full-length reaction to this episode or any of the others, it's on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gets you access as well. And speaking of, before you go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny, Sharon, Ryan, Karen, Philly Vane, Yori, Corey, Scott, Margaret, Grace, Mary, Bradley, Nate, Proudy, and Melita. Thank you guys as always. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate all the support you guys have given the channel. Everybody over at the Patreon, the YouTube memberships, and everybody here on the channel making this thing what it is. But that's it for this one, guys, and I'll see you all next week with the next 2 episodes of Stranger Things. Take care, everybody.